In this episode, we're going to be talking about commute and whether or not it's still a major factor. Welcome everyone to this episode of the AskJasonGelios show. I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're new to this show, this is a weekly show where I answer real estate questions and I share some home tips and things like that with you on a weekly basis. And so welcome to the show. All of you, if you have not visited my social media links, go ahead and choose your poison in the comments below. And be sure to visit my website. It's allabouttherealestate.com for more value. Now, I wanted to share with you something on this topic about, it's actually a survey that was done about commuting. And, you know, we're coming off of a pandemic where, you know, many people are remote working. They're doing the hybrid thing where they go in the office some odd amount of days and whatnot. I want to share with you a survey about whether or not Americans still consider the commute time and type of commute as a huge factor when they're looking to purchase a home. So this survey is on realtormagazine.com. I'll put that link in the description so you can check it out. They have a really cool graph. They had a survey by compare.com. Again, not an actual endorsement of this website. It's just valuable information that I'm sharing. So they said that since more Americans are working from home, meaning their actual commute is, from their bedroom to the kitchen for breakfast, and then they commute to a home office, or they stay at the kitchen table with a laptop. Now, slightly more than half of American workers recently surveyed said that they enjoy their commute. They actually drive to work. And this is about 1,000 people that were in this survey from by compare.com. And I believe they're an auto insurance website. Not an endorsement here, but it's a pretty good survey. Only 21% of those surveyed considered their commute a negative part of their day. Now, what's more, 91% of consumers who favor commutes said it is least slightly important to have a commute for a good work day, meaning having a great ride to work has helped their work day. Many workers have been surveyed as missing their commutes very much. Now, about 41% of those people said that they used that time, that commute time, to unwind before they get home. Maybe you had a crazy day at work, you're driving home, you're playing some music, you have that in-between time before you get into maybe some heavier responsibilities at home, right? Some bigger stuff. So, now, they also said, the survey also found that most of the commuters, people who actually still drive to work, listen to music or podcasts. And about 18% who don't have to drive themselves use the time to catch up on work emails and texts and fun stuff. And then another 18% use that time to actually catch up on work calls. So commuting benefits many people according to this survey. Now, the survey also found that few respondents who had a 1-hour commute or more were also the most likely to report that they're satisfied with their jobs. That's interesting. And only about 1% of those with long commutes said that they were not satisfied with their job. So you have about an hour drive to work and to come home, and you're happier with your job. That's interesting. I would have to enjoy what I'm doing if I was driving an hour to and fro. I'd have to really love it, okay? So again, this is a survey. Part of this survey was also from Inc.com. Again, not an endorsement, but I do like their website. So yeah. Now, I want to share with you some more from the survey that's interesting about how long the average commute is, okay? So 9% of those surveyed, that 1,000 people, those 1,000 people, stated that 9% of them have no commute whatsoever. 11%, they drive about less than 15 minutes. 30% about 15 to 29 minutes, and 25% 30 to 44 minutes, 14% is about 45 to 59 minutes, and 10% drive 60 minutes or more. Now in my area of Southeast Michigan, you could work down the street and we always have construction going on, so therefore it takes way longer to get anywhere. So at all hours of the day, quite honestly. So here's a fun fact here is that compared to before the pandemic, 29% of people said their current commute was shorter, and 18% said it was longer compared to before the pandemic. That's interesting. And the number one activity, 72% of those 1,000 people said that they listen to music. That's interesting to me. So we'll actually, again, I'm gonna have this link in the description for you there. So feel free to check out this article. It's very interesting. Now, on a hyper-local level, what I'm seeing in my area of Southeast Michigan is that people do still consider the commute. Those that they have to go into a physical location for their work. They're still thinking about how long it's going to take them and whatnot. But the majority of buyers that I speak with don't really put too much emphasis on location, believe it or not, because especially in certain areas of my state of Southeast Michigan, there are areas where it gets more rural, and so it takes less time to get a farther distance. So that's very interesting. But I just have not had many people that have said, oh, the drive is too far, because they typically know what areas they need to live in and how long it would take them roughly to get to their job. So very interesting. So I guess in a nutshell, the commute time still plays a factor, but many people, especially remote workers, are actually missing that in-between time from work and home. Very interesting. So, share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about this? Do you commute? If so, how long do you commute for? And would you miss it? Are you looking to get a work from home job? Do you hate your commute? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And be sure to follow me on social media and hit me up on my website. It's allabouttherealestate.com. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor. Thanks guys for watching this episode of the Ask Jason Gelios Show. Did you know that I also have a podcast? Go to where you love your podcast, where you love to listen to those podcasts, right? Search Ask Jason Gelios Show, or you can search my name, Jason, Gelios, and be sure to subscribe. Take me on the road with you, right? You can hit audio. I add episodes all the time. Be sure to subscribe to my podcast. Thank you.